What's up, gang? Hey man, I got another banger. Make sure you watch this to the very end because I got a ton of gold nuggets. Also hit the like button, also subscribe to the channel, and if you have not done so already, 7-day free trial, CLG, link is in the comments, link is in the description. Jump in, soak up all of that knowledge, and really jump into that community and grow with the guys that are within that community so that you can get to the next level. And without further ado, let's just jump right into this video.
Please, baby, please don't. Let's just go, please. I can go.
Well, we'll get in the car.
All right, let's go, please.
Let's go on to your wife and kid, bro. Yeah, let's get out of here and go home to your wife and kid.
You. Both of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Get in the car.
No,
whoa.
Walk your ass home.
Whoa, you didn't go to school for get that.
He
man.
bought me this car.
Don't ever touch my car again.
Guys, what you gonna do about it?
Gentlemen, it's over. Gentlemen.
Huh?
Stop. Come on.
What's up, man? What's up with you, man? Huh? Knock him out! Knock him out, bitch! Yeah, bro. Big time! Big time right here! Big time, bitch!
Settle down, punk.
Come back.
Yeah, car.
That boy have on a ring or something?
Baby,
Relax,
you
stay
okay?
down, stay
No.
down.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate you.
Sit down, bro.
I'm
Just
sorry,
relax.
baby. I'm so sorry.
Relax. Does someone have a towel? No.
Lay down,
Stay
baby.
down.
Lay down.
Does someone have a towel?
It's okay.
Okay, do you need to go to the hospital? We'll get you there. We'll take you there.
I'm plenty worse than this.
I need some ice. I'm so sorry, honey. Let's go. Let's get out of here,
Okay.
baby.
All right, listen. I'll tell you what.
I want to go with you.
Okay, hang on.
Come on.
I'll tell you what. You know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we have a detective, if you're okay with it, drive your car, follow us.
Drive mine.
You can ride with us in the van.
Okay.
And then we'll just get you wherever you need to be.
I can't believe you got knocked out.
Alright man, my honest opinion about that, that's a TV show called Cheaters. That's where guys track down people that cheat and they catch them red-handed. So obviously she was cheating on the shorter guy with the taller guy, and the guy that she was cheating on got beat up by the taller guy, right? I'm curious to see how that would play out, but 9 times out of 10, a girl like that ain't gonna stop cheating on that guy. I mean, look how emotional the guy is. Look how feminine the guy is, the shorter guy. Look how riled up he is. You can just tell that she's always going to cheat on that guy. You know what I mean? And you got to understand, just because she got caught, that doesn't mean that was the first time she did it. And the only reason that she took his side, I know a lot of people going to be watching that video and be like, oh, but she took the shorter guy's side. Well, the only reason she took that shorter guy's side because she knew that the guy she was cheating on him with, the taller guy, already had a wife and kids. So she knew that the taller guy was never going to take her serious. So because the taller guy would never take her serious, she's dating the shorter guy because he's a safe choice. But he's not her ideal candidate. You get what I'm trying to say? And you see what happened to the guy, and you got to understand that's very hard to recover from, because after all the crying and all that stuff came down in the car, she said, damn, you got knocked out. She said that at the end of the thing. The reason that she wanted to iterate the fact that he got knocked out is because now that all of the chaos is all calm and everything like that, and everything is all settled down, she's realizing that she's with the loser. And you got to understand, women are hypergamous by nature, and she's never going to stop looking for what she perceives as the winner. Now, how did that guy take his attention off of the girl and attack the guy? That is because that guy does not know female nature. So that guy does not know that she's the one that gave that guy access to herself. That guy didn't, the taller guy, he did what guys are supposed to do. Guys are supposed to holler at women, shoot their shot, whatever the case is. It's up for the woman to close that door or shut that door if somebody hollers at them. But that guy, that girl allowed that guy to get in them draws. And since he doesn't know female nature, he wants to attack the guy. He wants to go after the guy. And look what happened to him. And that's the thing where I tell you guys, if you guys have access to the wrong information, you can be out here going out sad, going out bad. And he might go home with that girl, even though you know what I mean, for the show, she gotta act like she choosing, you know, her man, and that she just made a mistake or whatever the case is. He might go home with that girl, but it's only a matter of a couple of days before she's still looking for an option to replace him, and she knows that she can easily persuade him. She knows that she can easily manipulate him and blame it on him for the fact that she cheated. So that's just what that is, man. I just want to just break that little clip down because I don't want you guys to ever end up in the position of the shorter guy. You get what I'm trying to say? That is a really, really, really messed up position to end up in. And if you do end up in that position, try your best to keep your emotions intact and understand. Check the girl. Don't go after the man. Your girl made herself available, and 9 times out of 10 it's because it's something that you didn't do. She lost respect for you in some way, shape, or form. And when girls lose respect for a man, they go out and they seek other partners. And here's the thing, she won't leave that guy because the guy that she's hooking up with and the guy she's giving her body to is not going to take her serious because he's already married and already has a kid. And this happens a lot in the USA. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, a lot of married guys with kids, this is what guys do. Guys are meant to be hunters. They hunt. At the end of the day, a guy can't hunt if the woman doesn't open her legs. You know what I mean? A guy can shoot his shot till he blue in the face. If the woman doesn't allow him to have access, the guy can't hunt. This is in men's nature. You feel me? It is in men's nature to have variety, to have numerous women, things like this. Now, can you go against your nature? Yes. But what people call it going against your nature, they call it discipline, right? So if you feel like that's a very good word for you and you feel like that's a cool buzzword and I'm disciplined. A lot of times, though, this is my opinion, and this is from what I hear. When guys try to criticize somebody like myself, or they try to criticize another playboy or another fuckboy, whatever the case is, and then they'll say these terms like, you know, he lacks discipline, or, you know, heathenistic, or whatever. They'll use all these terms. They'll use these terms to degrade that person to feel better about themselves because they tell themselves that they have discipline. But what I've noticed is a lot of the times they just don't got options. So the guy that's running around saying, I'm disciplined, I never cheat on my wife, I'm monogamous, I'm this. A lot of the times, I'm not saying it's 100%, I'm saying it's a high percentage of times. A high percentage of times, that guy does not have options. And what a lot of guys get misconstrued is because he looks like he has options, they believe that he actually has options. And that's where guys actually get that really misconstrued. Because just because the guy can look like he's tall, fit, you know, looks like he got himself together, clean cut, has money, that doesn't mean that he actually knows, like, that he actually has options, because he doesn't know what to do with the woman. You know what I mean? He doesn't know how to lead things forward. He doesn't understand, you know, how important it is to be masculine. Doesn't understand how important it is to have your hair turned down. He doesn't understand how important it is to be selfish when it comes to women. He doesn't understand these things. So he might look like he should have options, but then when you get to know the guy, because I've met guys like damn near look like professional MLB athletes, tall, ripped, everything, and couldn't get a piece of pussy to save their life. I've met these guys before because they don't understand the female nature. They don't understand. They don't have the CLG process. They don't have that. So all they do is wait back. Girls hit on them. Girls approach them, but they don't know what to do with it because women are not the best when it comes to hitting on guys. I mean, they might, you know, come in your vicinity. They might even say hi. They might come up to you and say hi. And then you just look at them trying to be too cool for school, and, you know, and nothing happens, and you don't ask her for her number, and you don't move things forward, or you don't try to move things forward on the spot. Well, you never gonna see that girl again. So now you can go around and say, I get hit on a lot, but you still got the desert dick. You still ain't nobody, you feel me? So you don't really have options. So then when you do find one girl that just made herself so available for you and to you, and you might not be super attracted to her or whatever the case is, and you do find this girl, and then you do get in a monogamous relationship with her, then you run around and say, well, I'm disciplined. I'm not like those other guys. You know, I'm monogamous. I don't cheat. I don't this. Well, most of the times when guys can't cheat, it's because they can't. Like, let's be honest. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's because they can't do better than what they got. They just can't. You know what I mean? So, now when a girl cheats, in my opinion, I think that's the worst of the worst. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to be honest, because the reason I think that's the worst of the worst is because girls cheat emotionally. Girls don't understand that I can fuck a girl and, like, have no feelings for her. You know what I mean? Like, I can have sex with a girl, and if after I've had sex with her, she decided to ghost me or whatever the case is, or I just decided to ghost her, I stopped talking to her, I'm not losing any sleep over that girl. I'm not shedding any tears. I'm not sad. I'm not mourning the loss of that girl. Unless it was like a really hot girl and the pussy was good, and I'd be like, damn, I would like to hit it one more time. But I don't necessarily like miss her, or there's no like emotional tie to that chick. See, the thing with girls, they talk tough. They act like they men. They act like they just can, you know, sling pussy and have no emotional attachment or no feeling for that guy after he ghosts them or whatever the case is. But girls feel it. You know what I mean? And you gotta understand, girl cheats emotionally before she cheats physically anyways. There's some kind of emotional attachment there. There's some kind of, you know what I mean? It takes a lot more for a girl to really give her body to another man. It takes a lot more for a girl to do that. So when she does do that, it's the ultimate sign of betrayal, in my opinion. But society has tricked these women to believe that men are meant to be monogamous and only to them. For example, my main chick, she ended up leaving today, but she was gonna leave today regardless. So she was gonna leave today regardless because when I came back from the Dallas trip, she already bought the tickets to go to her father's birthday for the weekend. So she was gonna leave regardless, but she ended up leaving. But when she found the note, she wanted to basically give me an ultimatum. She basically was just like, you know what? You know, I've known you've been with other girls and blah, 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 but this is my final straw. I'm done. I'm done after this. And she wanted me to, and she told me this, she wanted me to say, I'm sorry. She wanted me to beg. She wanted me to lie to her. She wanted me to tell her that I will no longer see other girls outside of our relationship. She wanted me to do all of this stuff. And for some reason, I don't know if God hardened my heart. I don't know what happened, but I just couldn't talk. I just didn't feel like doing it. So she bought some boxes and packed up some bags. She's like, I'm gonna ship this to my family. So, you know, I might not come back, you know. I didn't even say nothing. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was. I couldn't talk. It is what it is. And she's like, all you have to do is just say that you will be monogamous to me, that you're in it for this family, that you won't talk to no other girls no more. It will just be me and you, and I won't leave. Just say it. Just say it. I couldn't fucking say it, bro. I could have lied, bro. I know a lot of guys, you know, they probably would have, and I wouldn't even be mad at a guy if they did lie in that situation. I wouldn't be. I would tell them, hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to move to the beat of your own drum. It's just that I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I don't know why. I don't know what stopped me from talking. I don't know what happened. I just could not bring myself to that realization. And it was days of packing and sending off stuff. And I watched her pack and I watched her send stuff off. And just this morning, her flight was going to leave. And, you know, she stayed all the way into the last very moment begging me to say what she wanted me to say. She begged, she just said, just say it. Just say that you will know. If you say it, I won't even take, you know what I mean? I won't even take our kid. I'll just stay here. I'll just leave, go to my dad's birthday, and I'll come back. You get what I'm trying to say? So, I couldn't say it. So she might stay up there a little bit longer than the weekend. I don't know how long she's planning to stay on there. I know she has to come back down because she packed up a lot of stuff, but she didn't pack up everything. I think she left stuff down here purposely, to be honest, because I didn't say anything. I don't know. I just couldn't talk. You know, we did have a talk, and she did voice her opinion, and I just couldn't say what she wanted me to say. You feel me? Like, hey, I'm done with the girls. I'm getting older. You can't have girls on the side. I should be the only thing for you. You know, you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta man up. She's gonna say these things. She's gonna use these words. She's gonna use these terms. And I just couldn't do it. I couldn't lie. I couldn't make that happen. I couldn't feed into that. Me knowing myself, me knowing what I stand on, me knowing what I believe in. And it wasn't even really it wasn't really none of that. It was just I just couldn't find the words. You feel me? I just couldn't find the words to lie. You know? And I know most guys in that situation, they probably would have. You get what I'm trying to say? That's the main. She been riding since I was 18 years old. She been riding around riding with me for years. Yeah, we've been through ups and downs. Yes, she's left before in the past. Yes, she's packed her stuff in the past. The last time she did it, she lost a lot of weight. She was suffering from anxiety, depression. She never had that kind of stuff before. She told me today that she will always love me no matter what. She said that she won't date nobody until my daughter's 18. I don't believe that, but whatever. Girls are girls. But she still left stuff here, so I mean, I guess she gotta come back. But I just don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna play it. You know what I mean? It's not like my life changes with her or without her in it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I might have my own spot. I can bring more girls over. It'll be a little bit easier to smash different girls and stuff like that. But I can smash girls anywhere. You know what I mean? I can smash girls in a car. I can smash her. So it doesn't change my lifestyle really much, if anything. I mean, if anything, I'm probably going to make a little bit more money just because I can put more time into my businesses and things like that and focus a little bit more on that. Build some stronger friendships, connections, hang out with the homeboys and stuff a little bit more and things like that. But, you know, maybe she needs this time to find herself. Maybe she needs this time to figure out that the grass ain't always as greener on the other side. Because what I was basically trying to portray to her, because I wasn't going to give in to what she said. But what I was trying to portray to her was, because she was going to leave regardless, but she wanted to make it more dramatic and actually pack some boxes and stuff like that, or whatever the case is. But what I was trying to portray to her was, do my pros outweigh my cons? Okay, you know what I mean? You're dating a guy that might be a little bit of a player. You're dating a guy that might hook up with a girl here or there, you know what I mean? But I'm not the type to fucking chase after a bitch or fall in love with a bitch. I'm the type to drop some dick on a bitch and get gone. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking with that bitch long term. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I got some rotation bitches, but they know they fucking roll. That's why she put it, and that's what I told her. I said that's why she put the letter in my suitcase. She wanted you to find it. You just gonna let her win? And she's just like, I don't want to compete. I don't want to play this game. I don't do it. Okay, well, that's on you. You know what I mean? She did that to you. She did that to fuck with you. You know what I mean? And you just gonna. So I'll keep you guys updated how I play out. Obviously, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, whatever the case is. I'm still gonna get my goddamn work done. I'm still getting a bunch of stuff done. I still gotta run and get a bunch of stuff done. But I just want to give you guys that update. I just wanted to let you guys see how it plays out. And it's so crazy that, you know, so many people, they might try to bash me, demonize me, whatever the case is, which I don't really care no more. I'm content with myself. I have a very strong foundation. I love myself inside and out. So it's not really much a person can do to throw me off my rocker. But here's what I will say. My personality type can get more out of a girl longer than the personality type of that short guy that got cheated on. Let me repeat that. The guy who moves to the beat of his own drum, selfish, makes things happen, moves forward, you know what I mean? Some girls might mistakenly call me a narcissist or controlling, whatever the case is, that's not true. In order to be a narcissist, you have to follow all of the characteristic traits of a narcissist, not just some of them. But at the end of the day, my main, which I think she will become a rotation. If I end up buying an apartment, which I think I'm gonna do, I think because I can save like nearly $2,000 a month, which is a lot of fucking money. If I end up buying an apartment, a 1-bedroom, my main chick will essentially become my rotation bitch, and I think that's what I'm gonna do because she went through the action of leaving. You know, even though she was gonna visit her father anyways, but she was gonna visit her father and leave me with my daughter. I was gonna be watching my daughter, so she decided to take my daughter. So the fact that she went through with what she went through with, I don't think she will no longer be my man. And that's just me speaking for real. Like, she left me in the past. I wasn't as set in my ways as I am today. But even in the past, I should have, because I had my own apartment when she left in the past. And that's when I was fucking 2 to 3 girls a week. When she left in the past, she got her own apartment. I told her to move back in with her parents. She didn't want to listen. She got her own apartment. And she was always short on her rent. I had to always give her, so I had to pay my apartment. Then I had to pay her $2,000 a month. We were actually not together for the whole entire time towards the end of my stay in Minnesota. The only way we got back to living together was when I decided to work for Grant Cardone. I said, I'm going to drive down to Miami. She said, I'm coming with you. And then we decided to come down to Miami together and move in together. We weren't living together in the past. So essentially, she was already my rotation chick when I was in Minnesota. So when it came down to me driving down to Miami to work for Grant, she said, I don't want you to drive alone. I'm driving down with you. And then we just essentially moved back in together because it was a new state. You know what I mean? I didn't know nobody down here, whatever the case is. So the fact that she left the second time, I shouldn't have took her back the first time. You know what I mean? But I wasn't as headstrong as I am now. But the fact that she left, like, tried to pack her shit, physically left the second time, I think the way that I'm going to play this is just keep her as rotation. You know what I mean? It is what it is. If she finds another guy, so whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? She said she doesn't want another guy, but whatever. I don't believe women. If she finds another guy, she finds another guy. I'm thinking the way I'm going to play it is keep her as rotation. Our relationship is still pure, even though I didn't say nothing all the way up until the point. Like, once I stopped talking, like, we talked, but once I seen that the conversation wasn't going nowhere and I stopped talking, I didn't say nothing after that. I just put my head in the pillow. A tear dropped from my eye. But the tear dropped because of my daughter. My daughter's innocent. And, you know, I want to be in my daughter's life, which I know I will be. You know what I mean? Because obviously the money that I'll be saving from, you know, rent and all that stuff like that, I can visit my daughter once a week if I want. I can jump on a plane once a week if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Plane tickets only cost like $300 round trip. So, like, it won't even be that big of a deal. So I know I'll be in my daughter's life. I know I'll, you know, be around my daughter. I know I'll be there for her for the most part. So I'm not too concerned about that. But the tear dropped because I'm like, I was sad for my daughter because I'm like, she's not going to see her dad every day. You know what I mean? So that's where the tear came from. But my ex was trying not to leave. She's like, just talk to me. Just say it. Just say it. Just say what I want you to say. If you say it, I'll unpack everything. Like, she's like, I'll go visit my dad. I won't take the daughter. I'll just come back right back. And we'll work this out. We'll figure this. Just please say it. Just please say it. Please say it. I don't know why I couldn't say it. I couldn't say that I was only going to be monogamous to her. Most guys would have lied in that situation. And I wouldn't even be mad at them. You feel me? I'm not a big believer in lying, but sometimes I feel like if you got to do it to protect somebody or you know, not hurt somebody or whatever the case is, because she had a bunch of tears. It was sad. It was sad watching her. She was broken. But I told her, I said, don't leave. I said, I don't care how much it hurts. I don't care none of that. I was like, don't leave. Don't do this. Don't do this to my daughter. You know what I mean? Don't make your selfish decision affect this little girl for the rest of her life. You know what I mean? Not having her dad around. Knowing that her dad is going to be there for her. You feel me? Especially when times get hard. So that's where I'm at with it. Thank you guys for watching this one. This one is an emotional one. This one, I'm shooting it from my office. And for all my CLG guys, man, big ups. I rock with everybody in the community. For everybody that want to get, you know, to that next level with women, understand women inside and out, whatever the case is, jump into the CLG community. We have a live call tonight, actually, in probably like 3 hours from now. So we have a live call tonight. Jump into, or 2 hours by the time you're watching it. So 2 hours from now, jump to the CLG community, jump on the live Q&A, ask me any questions. Bro, you can ask me any questions. You can ask me about this situation. I'm an open book for you guys. You know how I am. You know what I mean? You know, I don't find nothing offensive if the CLG brothers ask me. So we can go into depth. You know, it is what it is, and it's a 7-day free trial. So you can jump in, 7-day free trial, jump on the Q&A, ask me some questions, whatever the case is. Maybe you might be going through some similar stuff like this, or maybe you might be dealing with something like this and you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to move, and you don't have nobody to talk to, because it's difficult, because as men, it's very hard for our voices to be heard in today's world, because we live in a feminine world and nobody wants to hear a man. Nobody wants to hear the truth from a man. And when they hear the truth, they combat it and they demonize it and they tell you that you ain't shit. You know what I mean? But when a woman would say the same thing, and I heard a woman say this to her man, she's like, hey, honey, like, we just not, I love you, but, like, I just want to be able to sleep with some other guys on the side, and it just is what it is. And every time, the men accepted it. Every fucking time. That's the world that we live in. You feel me? Not saying that my man should have accepted my proposal, but I'm just saying the girls that do what they do, they get it accepted at a higher percentage. Not every guy is gonna accept that. Not a man's man, right? But a lot of these girls aren't dating. The girls that want to step out on their man, they're not dating man's mans. They're dating feminine men that they settle with, and they still want that masculine energy on the side. So I always tell you guys, you know, what side of the fence you want to play on. If you want to do it the CLG way, 7-day free trial. Link is in the comments, link is in the description. It's not hard to find. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.